Hey guys, what's up? We're gonna do NASCAR Wave 3 of 2023 for the 1/64 scales. And, as you guys may know, there's only 7 cars instead of 8. The reason there's not 7 cars is because, well, I have stuff coming up, and if you guys want to have a Wave 3 out before the end of the month, this was the only way I was going to be able to do a Wave 3, so I figured I got stuff coming up, guys, but we're not going to just start doing 7-car waves forever. It's just I've got a lot of things coming up in the next few weeks, and if I had to wait to do a whole wave, it would be probably not till next month until I could do a Wave 3 with 8 cars. So I figured just maybe this one time we'll do it with 7 cars. And so, yeah. But, guys, like I say, we're not going to have that. This is just going to be this case for one time. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to start with the cars. As you guys can see, we have a nice variety of cars. They're all 2022 Cup cars. We got, we got the sport's most popular driver. We got a really special F1. We also have a really special diecast. We got a couple of the same team cars. We got a Ford and a couple Toyotas. So we got across this, we got 6 different organizations. So yeah, anyway, we'll hop right into it. We'll first start with Chase Elliott's 2022 Napa Auto Parts Chevy. Chase Elliott's primary from last year that he won 5 times in. I also have reviewed the 2022 version of this car, the Nashville win. So I do already have a version of this car. It's the Nashville win. Of course, I got to see this car. Of course, this car won that race last year, so that's why I more reason bought it for the Cleve version, just because it is a car that won a race I went to. Of course, it's a good-looking paint scheme. Of course, Chase Elliott has 4 different race versions. You could get this car. He won 5 times last year, but of course, he has 4 race versions of this car if you want it. He's got the Dover win, the Nashville win, which is the one I have, the Atlanta win, and the Talladega win. Of course, he won the Pocono race, but that was not till after the race. Of course, you remember what happened. Both Hamlin and Kyle got disqualified, so then they never offered to make that race win. So, yeah, so Chase Elliott's first Pocono win is not going to get made, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, this is a nice pace scheme. So, you got the 2022 regular season champions primary this wave, so this is not a bad car at all. It looks nice, just the blue with the yellow. Of course, just the typical Napa paint scheme that was on. Just, of course, the typical Napa cars you would expect from Chase Elliott. So, yeah, anyway, not a bad car at all to put in here. Next up, we got a Trackhouse car. We've got the Project 91 car last year. We got Kimi Räikkönen's Renico Project 91 Trackhouse car that he raced at Watkins Glen last year. Really nice paint job. Of course, Kimi Räikkönen had a shot go for a top 10 until he was battling with Austin Dillon, and then, of course, they both wind up crashing out of the race. Of course, it's got the rookie stripes. And, of course, Project 91 is back this year. Last year, Watkins Glen, when this car ran at Watkins, of course, this car ran at Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen was the only race for this car last year, so this car only raced once last year, and that was at Watkins Glen. And it is back for this year, the Project 91. And this weekend at Circuit of the Americas, Kimi Räikkönen is actually making a NASCAR return this weekend at COTA. He's going to race this car again with a different paint scheme, so yeah. So the Project 91, and it sounds like they're going to race it. It sounds like they're going to race this Project 91 more than once this year. probably all the road courses, of course. What this car is for, it's for drivers who don't drive. Of course, it's for drivers who race things like F1 cars, Indy cars, other races here. So if they ever want to hop into a NASCAR race, that's what this is. The project. That's what the Project 91 is from Trackhouse, is to let other drivers who don't typically race stock cars or NASCARs hop in here and get to get in this car and let them do a race to get a feel of the NASCARs. Because, of course, the next gen car drives more like a sports car. So, not a bad car. Of course, this is a really popular diecast, so get it while you can. Next up, we will continue with the Chevy Camp. We've got Eric Jones's Tide Food City ride from the Bristol Dirt Race last year. Of course, Eric Jones is really nice Tide car. Of course, he ran this paint scheme in 2021 on the Gen 6. Now it may return on the next gen car. And I don't know. I'm not seeing no announcement if he's going to have this paint scheme back again this year in a few weeks when the Bristol Dirt Race. Of course, the Bristol Dirt Race is only a few weeks away now, so I don't know if he's going to have this car back or not. Of course, this car is also in Wave 8. On the crappy mold, I got the EL mold, which, I'm going to be honest, guys, if you could get the EL mold of any car, try to avoid the crappy mold cars. Of course, now they're making half of those crappy mold cars at a Wave-like exclusive. Those are the only way you get those, which I do have a PTC mold car in this Wave, as you guys can see. But this is a nice paint scheme, just the orange, the petty blue. It looks nice. Of course, it's just next genified. I love the use of the space. They made the Thai logo big, the Food City, the Air Force. It's just the same paint scheme from 2021, just next genified. Of course, Food City's on the back. So, yeah, anyway, there it is. This car is also Wave 8 on the crappy mold, but get the EL mold. Try to avoid the crappy mold if you can. Of course, don't buy the crappy mold. Don't buy the crappy mold 164s unless you want a 164 of it, and that's the only way to get it. So, yeah, anyway, next up, speaking of petty GMS, we have another petty GMS car this Wave. We got Ty Dillon's number 42 Gain Food City car from the Bristol Dirt Race. Of course, this car is on the PTC mold. This was the only way you could get this car is in the NASCAR Thanks Wave 6 on the PTC mold. And I'm going to be fair, guys. I'm not going to buy these PTC mold cars unless it's like this one here. Unless it's like this one, it's the only way you can get it's the only way you can get a 164 of it, or you could get the car at all is on this mold. So I'm not going to buy crappy mold cars unless it's the only way I can get it. But this is a nice paint scheme. I mean, I'm shocked this DMP'd. I mean, he's not the most popular. Tyler Dillon's not the most popular driver, but I thought for sure this would at least get made in a 164 scale Gold Series. I mean, I'm surprised it DMP'd in the Gold Series, but yeah. Anyway, I love this. You got the bubbles of the gang. You got Food City. It's like the Thai car. It looks nice. Now we got a gang car in NASCAR. Ty Dillon, last year, of course, Ty Dillon, he sucked all last year. And, of course, Noah Gregson's now in this car. Hopefully, he's starting to show some speed, so hopefully he will. Maybe Noah Gregson will get a win in this car, maybe sooner rather than later. But, of course, right now, there's one Noah Gregson car, as of right now. In the 42 car for Noah Gregson this year, there is one paint scheme I do plan on getting. As of right now, there's only one car I plan on buying for him. It's that Wendy's car with the big hamburger on the hood. I definitely love that. But anyway, back to this car. Of course, the color's off. And as you guys can see on the PTC mold car, the roof numbers are really big. Of course, it's got Food City on the back. So, yeah, anyway. Nice car to have. It's nice to have both of the petty GMS Bristol Dirt laundry detergent cars in here. Next up, we can move on to the Fords. We only have one Ford in this whole wave. We got Ryan Blaney's body armor car. Really nice paint scheme. And it is back for this year. And it says this car is only going to run once. This paint scheme specifically, this specific paint scheme is only going to run once this year, it says. It's going to be at the Richmond Summer Race. Of course, just last week at Atlanta, he ran that sports water car, which I do really hope. And the diecast of it looks like it's already out, so I will probably pick that up here soon, just to have it. Looks pretty nice. Of course, this car is in Wave 8 on the crappy mold. And of course, the crappy mold cars don't have the chrome rims. So guys, I'll be fair, like I say, get the EO mold if you can. They may be more money, but they're definitely more worth it than the crappy mold. So, yeah. This car is nice. It's just the same paint scheme that was on the Gen 6, just next Gen 5 course. I like how the use of the space, they put the bottles on the door, made body armor big. Got bottles on the hood too, and a yellow spoiler. So, yeah. Anyway, really nice body armor car, and they do sell well. Next up, we can move on to the Toyota camp. We got a custom here I actually got a custom here. I've got Kyle Busch's 2022 Snickers Toyota. Kyle Busch ran this car 2 times last year. First at the Gateway race, then at Watkins Glen. Kyle had a shot to win in this car. At Gateway, then of course Joey Logano stole it from him. And of course, Kyle already has 1 win this year at Auto Club. So, of course, this year and then 2023, I'm going to tell you guys, it feels pretty different not having Mars. It feels pretty different not having not having Mars, M&M's, Skittles on the track anymore. It feels pretty different. But I'm going to be fair, guys. Like what Bushwhacker says, Bushwhacker Reviews, I think the only reason Mars left was because of Kyle's salary. He had the highest salary of any driver, so I think the only reason they wanted to leave was just I don't think they wanted to pay that same amount anymore for him. So yeah, I won't be shocked. I don't know. I think Mars may come. I think Mars will actually come back in NASCAR someday, where they could pay less. I just think Mars didn't want to have to pay that insane amount of money for Kyle anymore. But of course, it's a really nice car. Love the use of the space, the pictures of the Snicker on the door, the Snickers logo. So, yeah, anyway. Really nice to have this car. And last up, we'll end this wave with a 2311 racing car. We got Bubba Wallace's McDonald's car from last year. Really nice paint job. Bubba Wallace raced this throughout the season last year. Of course, Bubba Wallace drove the 23 for the whole regular season. Then he switched to the 45. And then, of course, this paint scheme did actually come. This paint scheme was also on the 45 car as well at Las Vegas. So, of course, that race where he got mad, wrecked Kyle Larson on purpose. So, yeah. Anyway. But back to this car. This is a nice paint scheme. I love the use of this space. It's got the hamburgers and fries on this side, the big McDonald's logo. So, yeah, this is definitely one of the best paint schemes from last year. They also were on Kurt Busch's car. Of course, the car he wrecked during a qualified Pocono that ended his career. I will probably pick up that diecast. Just to have a Kurt Busch 2311 racing car. That, of course, that was my favorite car was for his final season was that one. So, yeah. Of course, on the back, it's got just McDonald's. And, of course, look on the bottom. There's holes in it. This car was on a base when I got it. Which, that's the way McDonald's is being now. Every car's got to be on a base. So, of course, he got his first career win in a McDonald's car. We're like, why are they not putting it in NASCAR Authentics? I'm like a lot of you guys, I thought for sure NASCAR Authentics they would put that one in NASCAR Authentics because it was his first win. But then, of course, until we saw why. When they released the Gold Series of his first win, it was on a base. So then we saw why. Then guys, so I'm like you guys. Then we saw why they weren't putting it in NASCAR Authentics. McDonald's now, for some reason, wants their car in a base, which I don't like, but it is what it is. Which I don't get how McDonald's last year makes this really nice paint scheme for Bubba. Then, of course, this year his car has, it's just the door number 4 with a big M on a gray background on the side. Of course, the one that he hit the wall with in the Daytona 500. And he's already ran it one other time. So, this year's McDonald's car for 2311 for Bubba Wallace is definitely not a great paint scheme. This is definitely much better than this year's car. So, yeah. I definitely prefer last year's McDonald's car for Bubba than this year's. So, yeah, anyway, not a bad wave at all. Of course, you got like 6 different organizations. Petty GMS is the only one with more than one car in this wave. You got Hendrick, Trackhouse, Petty GMS, Penske, Gibbs, 2311. Of course. So, yeah, anyway. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed this 2023 Wave 3 for the 164 scales. And I will try, of course, the next wave I plan to do, I'm going to try to I do plan to order a truck. I'm going to try to put an Xfinity and a truck diecast in it and have 6 different cup cars. That's my plan for the next wave. So, yeah. And then, guys, like I say, we're not going to just start doing 7 cars. I only had to do it like this time because I wasn't going to have time to order to get another car. To go ahead, find another car, order it, get it in the mail, then have it here in time before the end of the month to do a wave before the end of the month. So that's the only reason why I did it like this time. So yeah. Anyway, well guys, hope you enjoyed this video of Wave 3 for 2023. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye.